now what we have to put in is the part that you modified right there, and then this stuff and like all the trigger. Actually, these two little tiny orange pieces with the stock up here, you just leave those off on the side. So you, oh, that has a spring on top. That just fell off. Okay, so that goes on top of there. Then you also have the trigger. Then you also have this back part that the spring surrounds. And then you have this. That's what you have to put on the back. So if I were you, I'd suggest that you stretch the spring first, just because it gives it a little bit more power. So don't stretch it too far, just regular, about an extra inch. Then this goes in, just regularly, facing down. This part has to be facing down, like that. So it just slides freely like that. And when you push it forward, this piece should go down a little bit. Okay, and like I said before, that looks a little bit wrong, but anyway. Then this trigger, well, actually I'll put that on later. The string, it's stretched, and this goes on because it's got this pointy piece right there going forward. That has to be facing this way, so like toward the front of the gun, and don't lose the spring on top. Oh, and if you stretch this spring out, you're also going to have to stretch this a little bit, but not too much, just a little tiny bit. It needs to be able to be strong enough to support it. So, this piece you have to get on next, and you have to get underneath those two little tiny bars right there on each side, which is kind of tricky if you can get in. Oh, got one side. There. Kind of have to tip it down. Alright? And then don't forget about the piece right there. Okay. And then this goes right in there. Oop. That goes right there. Let me do that better. Remember, this part's facing forward. Just goes right down in there. And try not to let the spring like blow away. Or not blow away, but like fling off. Alright, and that goes right there, okay. And so push this backward a little bit, so this can go back up. Okay. And then the trigger should put in next, I think. Gotta put it, right there. Gotta push it backward so it rests in its spot. Like, so it has to be down all the way. And then last, for the internal part, just gotta put this spring on the back, and to be careful, I would just twist it on to make sure that all the parts you put back aren't ruined. Okay. Now, these little tiny orange pieces for the tactical rails on top, just put back one right there. Gotta put the spring underneath them. And then one right there. Okay? And then, so, just gotta be very careful, make sure all the springs are down. Oh, and my screw just fell out of there, but that's okay. And then, everything's in its correct spot. Oop. And when you push it down, you might actually have to hold a few parts down so they don't like blow up, go everywhere. Alright, so I'm just going to hold the back part in until this gets down on top. Just set it on top, I would suggest. Make sure everything's lined up. And then just push it down. Okay, that's okay. You can push that in. Okay, make sure every part's down all the way as far as everything can go. And then, gotta get this piece right here and slowly push that in. Make sure that the entire back part is twisted inside. You might have to lift it up a little bit to get it like that. Okay? And then once that's inside, gotta make sure. I make it like so it's like frowning, like that. I know it sounds kind of awkward, but it's how it works. Good way to remember. Wait, I hope that's the right way. Yeah, okay, so it's frying. Not happy. That's the way that it goes on. And then I'll screw it all back together, and then I'll show you. Alright, thank God I finally got the front part on. And I mean, I got the front part on many times before, but the gun, like, you couldn't cock it backwards, so it was like failing. Yeah. And then also does rapid fire still. Yeah, so if you have any more questions or anything, it shoots a lot farther now too. If you have any questions or anything, any problems, just email me. I'm sure I'll be able to fix them. I've had so many problems with this gun, but yeah, it finally works. And so this is Joe584 signing off.